Hello everyone. Today I wanted to just share with you guys how you can lower some of your prescription drug costs um, by simply taking advantage of some coupons that a lot of these manufacturers offer uh, as part of their copay assistance programs. Okay, so and this pertains to mostly brand name drugs that don't have a generic alternative. So I'll just take you through a couple of quick examples. And this is also assuming that you have health insurance, which is important for many reasons, but especially if you're on some brand name prescriptions. So let's say, for example, somebody takes a medication. We'll start with a very expensive one, like Humira. So Humira retails, depending on the dosage, anywhere from 3 to 4 thousand. So whenever I'm with a client, what I can simply do to help show them ways of lowering their cost, because keep in mind a lot of brand name uh, drugs on today's health insurance plans that may come with a 50% co-insurance, meaning you're paying 50% until you hit a certain limit specified by the plan, or even subject to a deductible. So what I would do if somebody had Humira, I would just simply Google Humira copay card. And what you can see here is this will take us directly to the Humira website. And then you can see you could download this assistance card um, at, at no cost. I mean, there's no income qualifications for a lot of these programs. Now, one thing you always want to keep in mind are these little asterisks here, because you always want to look up the maximum that the program will pay on a monthly or annual basis, which will help when you're trying to pick what health insurance plan would be best for you. So even on a plan with a 6,000 deductible, where you have to pay towards that deductible for prescriptions, that still actually might be a good plan because the monthly cost is low, and then basically the way monthly cost of the plan that is low. And basically the way this would work, if I go to the pharmacy, I hand the pharmacist my prescription, um, and I give them my health insurance card, they would say, well, this is subject to your deductible, and then the cost is $3,000. And then you hand them this Humira copay card, and they pay a good portion, if not all of that. And I think on this particular program, let's see if we can look up what the asterisk is. And one important thing to note as well is you need health insurance with these assistance programs to be able to use them. Uh, and a lot of times people will ask, well, why are they going to lower my cost? Well, it's better that it's better for the pharmaceutical company, obviously, if you take the drug, because they're still getting paid something, even if they're having to offset what your deductible may be, for example. So it's advantageous for both parties, and obviously for the person that's prescribed the medication because they need the drug. So to sign up, you'll just click on, the sign up link, and you'll go on to fill out, the information, whether you're currently taking the drug or you need to take the drug. Um, so again, once you go through the sign up, it would show you what the asterisk is, and I believe for Humira, this one has a limit that's like 10,000 a year or so, which is more than enough to cover any deductible you would have on the plan. But again, um, you know, you'd want to make sure that you look at the monthly limit that the copay card would pay up to, and how that corresponds with your deductible on your health insurance plan. So let's maybe take a more common drug that somebody takes. So let's say Diavan, for example. So, Diavan is usually prescribed to people to treat blood pressure, right? So we would just Google Diavan copay card. And now, whenever you pull up a search like this, a lot of stuff's going to come up, like websites, RX pharmacy coupons. I mean, you want to make sure that the copay card that you're printing out or downloading is from that pharmaceutical company. Okay, not some website like bobsdiscountdrugs.com. So here you can see that, this particular program, they will pay $75 of the cost of Diovan per month, right? So if you're thinking, well, what does Diovan actually cost? An easy way to kind of look at that, a lot of websites that give you some idea of what retail drug costs would be GoodRx. So let's say we have a health insurance plan where we have a 50% co-insurance for brand name drugs, and I want to figure out what Diovan would cost me. Well, this website will give you some idea, and we want to make sure that we're selecting brand if it's the brand that you're taking. So let's say Diovan's $250, just an average, and I'm paying 50% for it based on my health insurance plan. That would mean I'd go to the pharmacy, give them my health insurance card. They would say, okay, it's $125, and then I would hand them this coupon, which would cut my cost down by $75. So then I'd only pay $75 in that example. And the nice thing too, when you do this, is that full $150 that you were responsible for would still go towards your plan's out-of-pocket maximum or deductible, depending on the terms of your plan. And so these are just some of the ways that we help people. There's so many different examples that we could go through. Oftentimes, the biologics, self-injectable medications are the really expensive ones, and the pharmaceutical companies have these copay programs to help people. Another one is Lantus for diabetes. This is another example where you can get a savings card from the pharmaceutical company. And again, this will say, zero copay for Lantus, but again, there's always a limit on what they'll pay up to every month. On this particular one, I've looked this up a few times before. I believe it's around, $100 or so is the most they'll pay monthly. But again, that's going to help significantly with the out-of-pocket cost. And there's no cost for somebody to sign up or activate these savings cards. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys today. And if you have questions, you can reach us. You can send us a message directly on our YouTube channel. Our phone number is up there as well. And tune in next week for some more tips on selecting a health insurance plan. Thank you very much.